100%. If you knew who owned Bitcoin or who started Bitcoin, you had Bitcoin, you couldn't sleep at night.
Couldn't sleep?
I know. 100%. And when the real founder of Bitcoin comes out, it is my humble opinion, and there's nothing humble about me, Bitcoin will go to zero.
One day.
And a microsecond, whoop, like that.
Is there any word for 2026? He's just saying things not seen of yet will be known around the world, and exposure. He said Jeffrey Epstein is tied to many things around the world. And I see systems crashing, and I hear world banks. I think this is British Columbia. I hear banking systems crashing and falling, not of I am. Okay, I think this is part of the great wealth transfer. The things tied to Jeffrey Epstein and the exposure, I feel like is going to make systems fall. And that's why they don't want to let go of it or release it. Okay, he said many warnings were given, stern warnings indeed. And then I hear it's a Congress. What does Congress have to do with it? I hear chairmen of boards. And things not known of yet. And then I hear who is coming out of the deep. And this will be seen. I just see the Jeffrey Epstein, these files tied to witchcraft, manipulation, and control. Show me Jeffrey Epstein, and he's saying warnings have been given, but who's heeding to the warnings? And he said again, I sit high and I look low. And he's saying that they will know they are just mere human beings. They are inhabitants of the earth. But I am an eternal God. I am all knowing. All being, all beings, glory of I am will be seen. They will know these things. They will put it into perspective and have a new light or life, Lord, about them. Okay, it was both a new light and life, but it was like the truth being told, which is the light bringing the truth, but it's shining a light on different situations, but it's also bringing them life and exposure. And I see repentance coming forward through the hearts of many that are on the Epstein list. And I see revival too coming forward from it. And he's saying everything hidden will be exposed. And for some reason, he's showing me Jeffrey Epstein and Mossad, and he's telling me trials are coming. And I see Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, and Obama. Okay, and then I saw, and I still don't know what this means, but the main systems crashing and falling, and I saw Babylon, and you're telling me the system is tied into it, and I see Pizzagate. Shit. Okay, I just heard the fall of an empire in one day. Babylon, Sediatu, and systems crashing. Now, okay. He showed me Bitcoin and Bitcoin falling.
Oh my God, I was just thinking about that.
Yeah.
I was literally just thinking crypto.
Yeah, and then, because he's showing me Bitcoin tied to sex trafficking. That's a part of the system crashing. Pizzagate, Bitcoin crashing because, okay, he just said historical events. I saw the coins falling from the sky and people picking it up because it's tied to the sex traffic. Woo, I feel the Lord. Okay, who is this person? The United Healthcare guy that they're blaming for the murders. I see his face. Why are you showing me his face? Seriat, you said it will all come into fruition now. And then I see you. Okay, I see United, and I see 9-11. I see United. 9-11. I see alarms going off, and I see the systems crashing. He's showing me the thumbnail that I had of warnings going off in the spirit and the magazine Time with Trump at the stock market ringing the bell. Sheriatu Surumaye. And you're telling me it's coming closer now and you will pick up what I'm giving you? I feel like it's all tied to the Jeffrey Epstein list. That's why they don't want certain things to come out. Whew, I feel the Lord. I see propaganda and fake news, and then I hear spewing. Okay, Sid, I hear spewing truth of I am, you will. I see like news anchors talking on the thing. And then I hear moments of pride within them. And then I see them being flabbergasted with what's going to come out. And now he's saying humility taking place, and they will be forced to tell the truth. He said, but I am the news before the news. And who did I give it to first? And he said, my people. And then I see Jeremiah sounding the alarm. And then he said, systems of Baal will come crashing. I hear market manipulators say I am crashing the systems down. Okay. I see him bringing up a godly system, and I hear silver and gold, and I see Haggai too. Now, where does this, what is, like, for how long? I don't understand. Okay, he just said bartering. I see bartering. I see homes being bought with silver and gold. And then I hear futures. Like futures, like that, how you could buy a future. He said, for my glory. An economic change and a crash and a boom. It's like, okay, and then I hear the ceiling hitting the floor, and I have no idea what any of this means. A crumbling and a tumbling. And then I see like this weed thing, like this straw hay weed going down the street. He said of the stock exchanges, I see New York, like the New York Stock Exchange. Said it was NYE. New York Exchange. Okay. And then I hear, and it all comes falling. Like it all comes tumbling down. I hear a system crash and rejuvenation. Who's behind the money banks? And then I see the world system, central banking. Is that central banking? Seria through the central world system. He's saying the cabal and kabbalist. And he's showing me like Hasidic Jews for some reason. A kabbalist nation indeed, America has become. I am the high tower, and you shall have no other God. And I see Baal systems. Oh, Kabbalah, Baal. Baal is in the word Kabbalah. Oh, okay. City, banking and world systems crashing. You're showing me Jeffrey Epstein, the Mossad, and Bitcoin, and what's flowing even now. And I hear the water gates and admission. That's upon our words, I believe. You're showing me the world systems, and you're saying they will all come crashing. He said my floor is being brought in, and then I seen a literal floor, like in the scene, like sliding in his floor. And you're saying the ceiling will break forward? I see Bitcoin and coins falling. You're showing me the parable of the talents, but I see gold coins.
What's up, guys? Benny. I like to check the Google Trends every single morning, just see what people are searching for across the internet. Maybe there's some missing stories in there. There's some verticals I don't normally get tied into. Sports, entertainment, finance. Look at this. Bitcoin price is the #1 trend in the world right now. That can either be a good thing or a bad thing, and it's a bad thing for the holders of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has seen its value collapse by 30% over the last month, and by about 50% over the last 6 months. I'm not trying to rub it in. I wouldn't consider myself a big crypto guy. I'm not cheering for one side or the other. I have nothing against crypto. You won't see me attacking any crypto holders on this channel. I think crypto's fun. But again, I'm not rooting for one coin or the other. We're not shilling for anything. I will never try and get you to buy something, right? I'm just reporting to you what's happening. And what's happening is a pretty drastic collapse, as you can see here. A lot of ups and downs, major roller coaster. It is crypto after all, but a collapse that is sizable. And often these kind of collapses are tied to major events. So what could this major event be? You know, what's been happening over the last couple of days that is perhaps spooked people. I want to play you a clip that I can't get out of my head. This is billionaire Dan Pena, who was talking 10 years ago at a finance conference about Bitcoin, who created it, and what's going to happen when people figure out who created it. Listen to this.
Who was really behind Bitcoin? Really behind Bitcoin. You would run as fast as you could to sell it. I know. 100%. If you knew who owned Bitcoin or who started Bitcoin, you had Bitcoin, you couldn't sleep at night.
Couldn't sleep?
I know. 100%. And when the real founder of Bitcoin comes out, it is my humble opinion, and there's nothing humble about me, Bitcoin will go to zero.
One day.
And a microsecond, whoop, like that.
I'm not saying that Bitcoin's going to zero. And again, I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm not cheering for this to happen. There's plenty of people that own Bitcoin at my company. There's plenty of great people that own Bitcoin. President Trump and his family own Bitcoin. But boy, it does look like a sell-off is happening at an exponential rate right now. I'm seeing a lot of chatter on the internet about this clip. If you knew who was behind Bitcoin, you'd run as fast as you could sell it. You wouldn't be able to sleep at night, says Dan Pena, billionaire who we really like. Enter the Jeffrey Epstein emails, because of course, documents and photos and everything released by the DOJ. Is Jeffrey Epstein the founder of Bitcoin? There is so many references to Bitcoin in these emails, and you're talking early crypto days. You're talking 2016, this one, right? These are 2014. I'm going to the Treasury to talk Bitcoin. Any questions? 2014. 2014. I mean, what was the Bitcoin price in 2014, right? Right here.
Choose from thousands of realistic voices to use in your content.
2004. Does it even go back? I mean, this is, okay, this is the Bitcoin price, maximum Bitcoin tracking price from Google. This is 2016. What? So is Jeffrey Epstein the creator of Bitcoin? Again, look at the collapse here over the long expanse of the maximum time frame that Google allows you to search for Bitcoin. Wait, so he was going to talk to the Treasury in 2014 about Bitcoin? And then you can see him like talking about Bitcoin constantly with people and trying to create a digital currency that would replace the dollar. Trump just sold 5 million Bitcoin, just FYI. Some people are saying that Satoshi Nakamoto might actually be Epstein, the guy who, started Bitcoin. Why are they saying that? Well, Jeffrey Epstein was constantly getting shilled crypto from the beginning. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Ripple, cash, unbelievable information. All to try and hide and make a fortune. We know who the real bad actors are. Again, this is not an attack on crypto bros. This is not an attack on crypto community. I'm not cheering for you to go to zero. I'm just reporting to you what we now know in these files because we're reading all the files. Epstein's one of the early founders of Bitcoin. Epstein emails confirm Jeffrey Epstein felt threatened by the competition levels of other crypto assets, claimed that they are bad for the ecosystem we are building and did our company, Bitcoin, damage to have investors who are backing two horses in the same race. Our company, he says. He says it's our company. He went on to say that Michael Saylor is like a zombie on drugs with no personality. Yo. Newly surfaced Epstein-related records suggest that he had early ties to Bitcoin ecosystem years before the crypto went mainstream. Documents reference funding linked to MIT's digital currency initiative, which supported the Bitcoin devs. Private meetings with early crypto investors and policymakers and early discussing crypto regulations, taxes, and political rules. No crime alleged, but the early connections are raising eyebrows now with the crypto collapse. And Jeffrey Epstein was a huge Ethereum investor as well. They have access to his wallet. They're currently selling his bags. Oh, no. Uh-oh. This is way too close to home. When you've been buying Bitcoin to opt out of the system, but you discover that the system was built by Jeffrey Epstein. So you are trapped in the matrix. You are trapped in the system. The system has truly trapped you. Jeffrey Epstein made a meme coin, leaked private message. Jeffrey Epstein was found in today's Epstein release, making people go crazy. I told powerful Middle Eastern leader that I would create an Israeli crypto coin and call it the Prophet. The Prophet short. The Prophet coin must have been promised him. Look at that. Here's the exchange, by the way. Jeffrey Epstein's exchange. Told a powerful Middle Eastern leader that I would create an Israeli crypto coin called the Prophet. These are texts with Steve Bannon. This text chain with Steve Bannon, which by the way is right here on the Justice Department website, is fascinating. This line about the Mongolians is quite remarkable. They're talking about making Mongolia potentially the crypto capital of the world. So Steve Bannon and Jeffrey Epstein are talking about like which country should be the crypto capital of the world. Look at this. They're talking about it, right? I spoke with the president today of Mongolia. He told me he has pretty girls in his country. I told him he needs glasses. Pretty girls if you like mustaches. Says Steve Bannon. Okay. We can make this place the crypto capital. Dubai wants that title. I told them they have a Sharia-compliant crypto coin for the Islamic world, smart contracts, etc. Sharia-compliant crypto coin. And then they keep going on and on about making cryptos for Muslims. It's crazy. Yeah. I mean, so in all we're saying is that like Epstein was a early crypto investor, multi-million-dollar Coinbase allocations back when like this stuff couldn't even be bought, right? And after his conviction in 2008, the money kept flowing. The biggest red flag is how Epstein was to Bitcoin, how close Epstein was to Bitcoin funding channels and their early development circles. And this post sort of lays it all out. Early crypto research, Steve Bannon, MIT. Yeah. Developer connections. Is this what has spooked people? Is this what's scaring the hell out of people? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Is Daniel Pena right again? If you knew who created Bitcoin, you wouldn't be able to sleep at night.
Most striking part of the document. So the most striking document is from October 2016 email from Epstein himself. This is Epstein's email sending to two others in the Middle East. And he said, well, let me go straight to the document. The two more radical ideas would be to form two new currencies. One called the Shahira would be like a dollar, but a dollar is has printed on it, "In God We Trust." The Middle East could have its own Shahira for internal use amongst Muslims. In addition, a digital currency like Bitcoin could be used to form a new Shahira-compliant digital currency. Very exciting. And then this is the big words here. Let's see if we can zoom in on that. I've spoken to some of the founders of Bitcoin. He's spoken to some of the founders of Bitcoin who are very excited. What the hell does that mean? Let's read that again. Epstein didn't say he'd spoken to Bitcoin developers or investors. He said founders, plural. Satoshi Nakamoto's identity is the single biggest unsolved mystery in technology. No one has ever publicly confirmed who created Bitcoin. And yet, here was Epstein, in a private email, never meant to be seen, remember, claiming he had spoken directly to the people who built it and that they were very excited about his new plans of a coin in the Middle East. Did Epstein actually know who Satoshi was? Or was he just exaggerating his connections, as powerful people often do? The files don't answer that. Yet, there's more to come. But combined with everything else, his 2011 outreach to Bitcoin developers, his funding of MIT's crypto infrastructure, his network of people like Ito and Hoffman who shaped the industry, the claim can't be dismissed. At minimum, Epstein believed he was in direct contact with Bitcoin's creators. At maximum, he actually was in contact with those actors. And Epstein wasn't just talking, he was putting money in. The files also contain an April 2018 email from Mads Vizar, a cryptographer and Zcash co-founder, sent directly to Epstein's inbox. Viraza forwarded Zcash company K1 tax documents, discussed roughly $200,000 in auction proceeds, noted that all of his coins were still maintained by the company, and laid out a strategy to extract them before an upcoming fork to benefit from both branches. That wasn't a casual conversation about crypto. A co-founder of a major cryptocurrency was reporting to Epstein on holdings, tax filings, and fork strategy, the kind of communication you would have with an investor. And it was a very strange email when you read this as well. Zcash will have a fork in the chain. This is from Medaris Reza to Jeffrey Epstein. And this part here is very interesting. He said, all my coins will be still maintained by the company. We want to move on getting them through. He said, Zcash will have a fork in the chain. It is expected that only one branch will be live after this. And then in brackets, he puts, it won't be controversial fork like Ethereum versus Ethereum Classic, but we will have physical control over the keys. We can benefit from both branches in case it is controversial, while if we wait to get coins out, we're only going to get company-endorsed branch. Can I call you someday? This is to Jeffrey Epstein. Very weird things going on the inside. The picture that emerges is consistent. Epstein wasn't on the sidelines of crypto. He was funding Bitcoin's infrastructure through MIT. There's going to be a link of Gary Gensler in a second, claiming direct contacts with its founders and receiving financial reports from cryptocurrency co-founders. He was an investor, a connector, and if his own words are to believe, someone who had access to the people who built the technology that started it all. Guys, this scares me.
There's a lot more videos out there, but for the sake of time, I will spare you. But it all makes sense. If Jeffrey Epstein is the founder of Bitcoin or had his hand in it, why Bitcoin would come crashing, why Babylon would come crashing, why the Lord said that Bitcoin is tied to Pizzagate and sex trafficking in the Epstein list. And when everything hidden will be exposed, people are going to pull their money out of Bitcoin when they find out the founder of Bitcoin. I feel like that's a mic drop right there. I feel like it's just a mic drop. And I was thinking, what better way to funnel money to sex traffic kids and the things that you do to fund this than to create a digital asset where what you're doing cannot be tracked? Bitcoin. And it all makes sense. What the Lord said, follow the money. Money trails they're leaving behind them. It just all makes sense. Hey guys, this video is brought to you by Glory Changers. Go and check out the Glory Changer store where you can get these bracelets that say Jesus, Yeshua, Adonai. There's many different bracelets for men and women. I do pray, decree, and declare and release the anointing over each bracelet that I make. Each bracelet is made with love, and whatever the Lord has me decree and declare onto it for the person who will receive it, because he knows all things. Glory Changers, from glory to glory. Come and check out the Glory Changer store.